Hi guys, welcome back to Yoga by Paige. I'm super excited to share this vlog with you because it's a little bit of a view into my birthday reflections. So as you might know, September 13th is my birthday, which was just a couple days ago. I got to celebrate with a few of the most incredible humans on the earth, and then the amount of messages and texts and videos that came in was just overwhelming. And I think maybe you probably saw me getting really emotional receiving all of the love. So again, thank you guys so much. You've made turning 35 feel very special. And September is always a huge time of reflection for me. It's the end of summer, things start to slow down, the weather starts to change, and of course it's my birthday. For as long as I can remember, I have always used my birthday as a point to look at the year that has passed, to recognize the growth and the learning, and then to also really look forward to what might be coming in the future. Some of you may know that I'm a huge planner and goal setter. I am very much the tried and true Virgo in basically every single way possible. So I think September is really only appropriate for reflection. So I love to share with you some of the high level points of my reflection, and then maybe even break down some of those a little bit more specifically in vlogs to come in the future. So the first top things that really come to mind making this last year a milestone year for me is the transition into full-time yoga. So I think I've shared plenty about this with you guys here and what that process has been like, and it continues to unravel and unfold, and it's a daily learning. But the biggest bit of that was preparing financially. So my husband and I sat down, we looked at all of the finances that it takes to run our house, what it would look like if I were to give up my corporate job, and if we could even do that sustainably. So we made a lot of adjustments well before I became a full-time yoga teacher, and I would love to break that down with you guys in future videos. So I'm excited to share that it was actually just a couple weeks ago that we managed to reach that debt-free milestone. We have no debt, which is kind of hard to believe. It's, I think, the first time in my adult life that we are not carrying any debt. Our cars are paid off, we're renters at the time, and we're just living. It's so crazy to not have a million bills every month. Like I said, I'll get into that a different time because I think the learnings that we had there were remarkable, and I can't wait to share them with you. And then the other bit of that is, of course, actually quitting. So when I say I quit my day job, sometimes I feel kind of like I'm misleading you all, because I haven't actually left yet. When it came time to quit, I actually was leaving for a week vacation, and upon reflecting about that, it just felt like the right time to move on. So I sat with my boss beforehand and told her that I would give her an extended notice, given that I was also taking some time off, but really needed to take a time off and then come back and finish my time out with the company. And she was very supportive and very happy, especially knowing that I was quitting to follow a dream that I've had literally for 15 years. Literally since the very first yoga class I've ever taken, I've wanted to be a full-time yoga teacher. And that's been no secret from anybody who's ever met me. She was beyond supportive. I left for that week of vacation and I came back, and she actually had a little proposition for me. She asked me if I would be interested in working part-time, doing just some of the role that I was doing in a full-time capacity. So basically, as a sales enablement manager, a component of what I was doing was the onboarding. So that company, Omada Health, is very fast growing. They're doing phenomenal things and rapidly hiring, especially on the commercial team, which is the team that I sit on. And so I'm actually still able to work 15 hours a week and manage their entire onboarding program, which is something that is near and dear to my heart because I helped build it out. So I'm actually still technically have one foot in the corporate world, and I still get to see all of the amazing humans there and bring on even more amazing humans to the company. So it's actually worked out really well. And that kind of helped with some of the anxiety of just walking away from a really cushy income, knowing that it was always going to be there. And so some ways when I'm like, I quit my job and now I'm a full-time teacher, I feel like a bit of a fraud because I still work that job. But I actually think it's the best of both worlds. I get to go in and have that structure that has been with me throughout my entire career. And then I still get to have the time and the space that I need to grow the Yoga by Paige side of business. So it's been really great. I initially signed a contract with them to go through August. Obviously we're in September and I'm still working with them. So now my contract goes through December, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that continues to play out and watching Omada continue to grow in the same time while Yoga by Paige grows. And then the other thing that's been really big this year is, of course, growing the Yoga by Paige business. So prior to, I'm just going to say prior to quitting my full-time day job, I was teaching 8 classes a week. Now I have bumped that up to 13 or 14 classes a week, and I've been able to offer 2 retreats. So one retreat was in the spring, we were in Joshua Tree, and my second retreat is just a few days away. At the end of September, we are glamping in Mendocino. I'm so excited. I've also started at new studio here in Oakland, and I love the founders of that new studio. They're very supportive, and sometimes I need a push towards my dreams, and they have been very kindly and gently pushing me towards my dreams and encouraged me to lead a workshop on handstands, and something that I'm super passionate about and continually improving and working on in my own personal practice. And that workshop was sold out and a total success, and something that was kind of a dream come true that I didn't even know it was a dream that was really baking. So it was super fun to do that, and I'm actually looking forward to building that out into a series in the coming months, so stay tuned in that. And then 2 other components that I have spent a lot of time and energy on this year is building out my blog. So I have posted a weekly blog every single week since the beginning of the year in January. With the exception of 1 week, that was Labor Day weekend. I took the weekend off, and it was so funny because I had every single person in the following week be like, hey, did you write a blog? I don't remember seeing it. It didn't land in my inbox. So it was actually kind of funny to see that people do read that. Y'all are out there, and thank you for reminding me that you are. I will remember that the next time I take time off, and I'll make sure I have something posted for you. And then the other side is YouTube. So I've known that I've wanted an online presence, not just for the sake of having an online presence, but so that my regular students, if they found something that was particularly useful in our group classes, they can go online and find something that will help them to continue that growth. And then, of course, being able to expand my reach beyond my little community here in the Bay Area is a huge dream. If I can just help anybody out there, that's a job well done, in my opinion. And I've slowly seen the YouTube channel grow little by little over the last few months. And again, I thank you for being here and being part of the journey, and always am open to your input and what might help you. Then that's kind of been my year, and if I chalk all of that up, it has been a wild success, like beyond anything I could have imagined. So it is really crazy to wake up every day and know that I'm living my dream, and it feels so very exciting, and I'm beyond honored. And with that, I carry a lot of responsibility. I want to continue to grow and evolve and educate myself so that I can continue to be a really great resource for everybody in my community. What I didn't expect from this year is this creation of life in service. So knowing that I get up and get to do these things because it might help anybody else is really what is kind of beating the drum of my march forward. And it's really amazing to be able to get up and do something for somebody else on a daily basis. So thank you guys for being here, for allowing me to be of service to you. And then when I think about what this next year has in store, I don't know if it'll be anything crazy, drastic, above and beyond what I've been doing, but Instead, it'll be these micro improvements and micro growth steps to create something that is sustainable and grows organically, and something that I can grow with also. And part of that, I am already planning to have 2 yoga retreats in 2020, potentially 3 if I can find the right timing for that. If you have any suggestions for timing, please let me know. And then I would love to be able to begin packaging some of these courses that I've put together online into programs. So whether it is a stress reduction program, or you are working more thoroughly on inversions or arm balances, what are techniques that we might be able to learn and grow together over a short period of time, instead of just a one and done. So that's something I'm really looking forward to building out in the next year. And then more workshops. So I loved the handstand workshop that I did this summer, and I can see a potential for a 2.0 version of that. So kind of a 2-part series, or 3 or even 4-part series of that, so that we can get a little bit deeper into these things. Because as you know, in 2 hours, it's really hard to cover all of the material that you need. But if we could meet 2 hours, say every other week over the course of 8 weeks, how much more growth and potential can you reach in that time together? So I'm excited to grow that out as well. And then I'm so excited. I've been invited to assist with the yoga teacher training here in the Bay Area, to lead some parts of their anatomy and some of the strength-based portions. And I will be more than happy to share all of those details when they're available, but just know that I am continuing to grow and expand. And then something a little bit more personal, my husband and I have been saving for a house. So we have been renters since we've been in the Bay Area. Most of you know that housing here is extraordinarily outrageous, and where we're living is so amazing. We are actually the lower level of a duplex, and it feels like a home. We have absolutely everything we need, and when we landed here, we knew that there would be no moves until we buy a house. So we've been able to be in the same neighborhood and create really amazing relationships with our neighbors over the last 6 years, and it's also given us a home base. Not to mention, it has been rent control, which has been a saving grace here in the Bay Area. But now it's time to grow and time to expand and put roots down so that we can call a place our own. And I don't think we'll be making any purchases in 2019, but hopefully, so long as the universe is on our side, we'll be able to find the home of our dreams in 2020. So that is on the horizon for this next year. So big things that are coming: continued growth, actually being full-time yoga teaching, and growing out all of what Yoga by Paige has to offer. So with the last year being such a huge growth year, I'm really looking forward to settling in and just kind of building out from all of the foundation that we've built together, and just looking forward to what 2020 has in store for us. And what might happen in this next year. So thank you so much for being here, for sharing my dreams, and for being part of this wonderful fabric of this community. I am so very grateful for you, and can't wait to see where your journey takes you as well. If you love all of the material that's coming out, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to connect with me on social media, on all of the channels at Yoga by Paige. I hope you're well. Peace.